Hello everyone, TinaGale here with my scrappy ideas, and today I have a really quick layout here for you using the new SimpleStories Heart Collection. So if you haven't seen this, it is in the paper issue store right now. I'm sure it's going to sell out quick. So be sure to hop over there and check it out and all the other new products coming in. And remember that you can use my code TinaGale to save 20% off. So I was inspired by another challenge to use just a grid design, or a very vertical design, sorry, not grid, but a vertical design, and that's a little bit different than what I normally scrap. Usually I have everything kind of to one side or the other, but for this layout I wanted to keep everything kind of central. So I've just cut different sizes of kind of a rectangular square design out of the papers, and I'm just going to build those up. I inked everything with my gray ink, and that's from Close to My Heart. And I just wanted to kind of tie all of the papers together and antique them. I didn't want it too dark. I thought about using black soot because that's usually what I go for if I want a gray design. But this is a photo of my daughter when she was about somewhere between 1 and 2. And so I didn't want it too dark. So I decided to just go with a gray. Then like I said, I've kind of stacked all of these up, working from the biggest to the smallest for just a real vertical design on the page, and then I'm just going to center that photo in there. I had pulled out all kinds of embellishments from different packs. This collection is kind of a memorial collection, so the stickers and embellishments that went with it I wasn't sure that I'd be able to use, and so I ended up not ordering those, but I fell in love with the paper and I had to have it. I love this color scheme, and if you follow me, you know I'm not a big yellow person, but I'm getting to where I really like the yellow with the gray, and then this has the kind of blue-green teal, really pale color that goes in with it, and this dark navy blue, and it's almost like a charcoal. And so another thing, normally when I go to Scrapbook, I go looking for photos, and that's kind of the first thing that I do. And I'm inspired by those and then go pick the collection that I want to work with. Well, this time I had this collection that had just came in and I really wanted to work with it. So I went looking for photos. And of course, photos of my daughter was not what immediately came to my mind when I saw this paper, because it is, you know, the dark navy and the gray and everything. It's kind of more boyish or whatever. But I ran across this photo of my daughter, and she has this dark navy blue dress on with kind of a sailor motif and everything. And I just had this one single photo that is one that my aunt took when she came down, and she's this wonderful photographer, and so she's kind of the family historian. Every time that she's around, her camera is out and she's taking pictures and has documented our family. So any photos that I have that are old, they come from her. And so this was one trip that her and my uncle had come down to visit. We were at my mom's house, and of course she wanted to take all the kids out and get photos of them. And so my daughter sat up on the bench and stuff to get her photo, and she's just kind of got this half grin on her face. She's just not quite sure what to think about my aunt, and it was just kind of a fun little photo. So since I just had the one, it was perfect to go with this collection. So when I went looking for embellishments, I'm just looking for the same color scheme. Well, the first thing that I look for is SimpleStories, because this collection is from SimpleStories, and so I know a lot's going to match. And I went through the I Am collection, and it had these birds with this gold vellum polka dot and the feathers, and so it was a perfect color match, so I decided to do it. Then in my newer stash, I also had the puffy sticker sheet from the Bloom collection, and I picked up some pieces from it. What else do I have? I have some fancy pants from the Happy Place collection. I actually found a few pieces from there. The pink paisley gold puffy stickers that I'll use at the end. I think they're from the Memorandum collection maybe. And then this gold title that I'm going to use, that's from Amy Tan, and it's called Grace, and it's these gold thickers. So I picked up gold in all of my embellishments. The little label sticker is from the I Am collection, but it has that gold metallic border that matches the feather and the bird that I pulled from there, so it goes well with the gold thickers for the title that I did. This ampersand here, that's the one that's from the Happy Place collection. So it's a little bit different colored of yellow than what the puffy sticker, the jar with the flowers in it. But since it was across the page from it, it still gave that illusion. And since I was mixing in the gold and all of that, I thought it worked really well, and just gave me a place to use that, because since everything was very vertical, I decided I wanted my embellishments across the page kind of horizontal. So I kept most all of this where I am building these clusters up in, so you could kind of see my process. I had no idea when I started. So you can really see how I move things and what I'm thinking about trying to get it balanced out. So I move quite a bit before I ever start adhering things down. I also had this little wood veneer here that's an anchor, and I really had no idea where I was ever going to use it, because we've never done a cruise and I'm not sure that I'll ever get on one. So since she had an anchor on her dress, I decided to pop it up on top of that ampersand, and then I included some wood veneer hearts and the wood veneer arrow at the bottom. So normally I would have just a triangle of embellishments around the page, and they would be in kind of much tighter. But like I said, I wanted to do a really horizontal embellishment across the page, since everything else was very vertical. So I'm just finding as many things as I can to pull that design out and then just build up on top of it. So this is this puffy frame from the Bloom collection, and I just backed it with a little 3x4 cut apart that was from the Simple Stories I Am, so that there wasn't a distraction of the other pattern papers underneath. So I've pretty much decided everything. I skipped ahead. I have everything adhered down. I added that little gold arrow paper clip, and now I'm adding the little gold puffy heart, and I added that cork bow on top of that ampersand just to bring in a little bit more natural textures. And now I just have my precision pen, and I'm going back around and outlining all the different papers just to have a little bit more definition around the pages. If I hadn't have put so much stuff on top for the embellishments, I would have went ahead and ran it through my sewing machine. And I thought about it beforehand, but I wasn't quite sure that I wanted it part of that layout, so I didn't do it. So the pen makes a nice addition in a pinch when you just, when you haven't done the stitching and can't go back and do it. So I'm just going to add my journaling, just pretty much kind of what I've already told you. And I'm going to have to quit getting in such a hurry to get the journaling done and start drawing some lines, because I ended up going kind of uphill on the journaling, but it works out. So I hope you enjoyed a look at this layout and kind of my venture into just a little bit different format than what I normally scrap. And if you're not already a subscriber, I would love to have you subscribe. If you enjoyed this, I would love a thumbs up. So I'm going to have some still shots here at the end for you to check out some of the close-ups. And you'll see here, I keep trying to get this little arrow, this puffy arrow in here, but the blue was just a little bit too different. It was blue-green, so, but I keep trying. So here's your still shots. Remember, you can get all of this in the Paper Issue store, and the discount code is TinaGale to save 20% off. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.